I chose to give my presentation on computers, the field of computer science, because since I was a little kid, it's always interested me. When I was in junior high school, I read George Orwell's 1984, and ever since then I've always had this picture in my head of who Big Brother was and where he was and how they observe us all throughout our day. Computers control just about every aspect of our lives these days. They control our communications, they control how we communicate with each other. Over the years, as even our emergency services have evolved, when you dial 911, within milliseconds of the time that the phone starts ringing, they know where you're calling from and exactly where your location is. They control our vehicles, they control everything about the internal combustion engine, they control your air conditioner now. Just about everything that we deal with and that we interact with every day is controlled by computers and integrated circuits. You can't even escape computers in your kitchen. Even your most basic most basic kitchen appliances now have computers built into them, and you don't even know it. To be effective in the field of computers and computer science, there are certain educational requirements that everyone needs to have to be effective in the field. First off, obviously, there is college. You need to have a pretty sound college education, either an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, or a master's degree. As well as your collegiate education, you'll also need to obtain certain industry certifications. They're as varied as the specialty that you choose. You can get Microsoft certifications to work on software. You can get Cisco certifications to work on networks. You can even get telephony certifications from any of the vendors to be certified to work on those computers. The possibilities on the certifications are literally endless and infinite. The most effective advice that I've gotten from my mentor is that you choose a specialty, which actually makes maintaining your certifications manageable at best. You don't want to have to maintain a broad stream of certifications if you don't have to, if they don't affect what you want to do. Another thing that my mentor advised is that you want to have excellent troubleshooting skills. From if you want to deal with code, if you want to write code, if you want to troubleshoot code, you want to troubleshoot a computer, everything that you come down is basically going to come down to being able to make very, very simple decisions on where to go next, based mostly on logic. Also, in dealing with your specialty, choosing a specialty greatly reduces the amount of continuing education, but it also creates more employment opportunities. When you go to look for a job, you basically have to decide whether you want to go into communications, if you want to go into networking, programming, law enforcement, any aspect of the world that involves computers, but you can't really master them all. So choosing a specialty allows you to pick which field that you want to go into. Computers have gotten so embedded in our workforce. Emily Sanderson wrote an article in which she said that we've gone from using computers primarily for informational and inventory control to dreaming in Nintendo Wii in just a few short years. More and more we find that true, especially when you see children are pretty much well embedded in video games instead of interacting with each other on a playground. All your specialties have their own specific rewards. When you choose a specialty, it really does help if you choose what suits you as well as what you are suited to. You will need to take into great consideration your criminal background, your driving record. For example, if you wanted to work for a governmental agency in the state of Texas, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice actually maintains a system called the TLETS. It's the Texas Law Enforcement Telecommunications System. If you've been convicted of a Class B misdemeanor, received deferred adjudication for a Class B misdemeanor, or been charged with a Class B misdemeanor in the last 5 years, they won't even let you be in the same building with those computer systems. Another great thing to take into consideration is what kind of salary that you're going to require. You can go into a government job and have most of your holidays off and weekends off and have a little bit more time to yourself, and at the same time you give up a little bit more money. If you take a job in the private sector or for a large corporation, you'll make a little bit more money, but you're probably not as likely to get as much time off to spend with your family. According to payscale.com, someone who obtains a bachelor's degree in computer science can earn anywhere from $48,000 to $117,000, whereas if you earn your master's degree, the average salaries will come out to $75,000 to $134,000 a year in salary. With the proper education, choice of specialty, and personality match, a career in computer science can be as fulfilling and long and enjoying just playing with the technologies of tomorrow, as well as just enjoying going to work. A lot of working has nothing to do with how much you make, but how well you do it and how much you enjoy it.